Now, here is a short interview with the main antagonist Cameron Dean and how he thought the makeup worked well.
Well, seeing as there was no actual plan for how things were going to go, I think the makeup artist did very well in taking inspiration from the surrounding area.
In what ways does your media product use, develop, or challenge forms and conventions of real media products? For media, we used fast cuts, cross-fading, jump cuts, slow motion, and clips sped up, meaning that shots were as short as 3 seconds. We also used textual transitions to make our trailer a product with a studio title and actors' names, with fades and straight cuts joining the clips together, making them less jolted and blend and flow easier. At the end of our trailer, we reversed all the clips, making a reverse sequence of the first section of the trailer. This symbolizes confusion, disorientation, and fear of the unknown. This goes against the safety aspect of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, making the audience feel scared and out of their comfort zone of conventional films. We followed the conventions of stereotypical actors used in most cliché horror films. We followed Clover's final girl theory, with Alex Piper's character being the remaining survivor, and personality traits developing. These changed from overly confident to paranoid, fearful, anxious, and anticipating the worst in her nature-filled surroundings. Our trailer contains young teenage characters. This is conventional of a horror film, and these are easier to persuade, scare within the movie due to lack of personal experience. Our trailer follows gender stereotypes with the girls gossiping and the boys setting up camp with physical displays of their masculinity. There was also non-believers within the trailer, which are conventional of horror films due to the fact that they are in denial, and it is an example of dramatic irony. However, most of our characters are protagonists, which is unconventional of a horror film, but this makes our film different and unique. Our location, or mise en scene, was a full forest, and this was a great choice as the area is isolated and enclosed, making fear grow amongst the characters. This is stereotypical and conventional of a horror film, as it cuts out communication with the outside world. Examples of film trailers with this element include Woman in Black and The Cabin in the Woods. Costume choices were minimalistic, and this was following horror trailer conventions as it made our characters look normal and have verisimilitude and an element of realism. However, we used makeup to make our antagonist fit the role, and using dark shades, he reflected the darkness of the woods. We used black paint around the eyes and torso to create symbolic signs representing the curse of the woods. We also used a smoky eyeshadow to make the look black was slowly overpowering his body, and it also made the black look blended into him like he was absorbing the evil. We used fake blood for Chelsea's injury by placing it on and around her eyelids, but this were just the parts that were not covered by her hands, which were also covered in blood. Since we didn't have the budget for digital special effects of injury, we worked with what we had, and the outcome was better than we hoped, because by holding her hands towards her eye but not seeing the actual injury, it left our audience guessing, which is very stereotypical in the horror genre. We aim to conform to conventions, as it's a good basis to start with. The conventions are effective as they guarantee you an audience. As sticking to conventions with universal themes, etc., means that the maximum audience potential is much higher, and you can aim for a larger target audience. Yes, I feel we did achieve this effectively. As in our trailer, we used things such as the studio logo overlaying and embedded onto the trailer. We similarly portrayed these features in our ancillary tasks, with a credit block on our poster and a barcode for our magazine. These are all realistic features of these products and enable our work to look more professional. However, there were improvements needed, such as the fake blood, which was not of a high quality, so applied to the hand and face it was sticky and of an unnatural colour. But we were on a low budget with few resources, so resulted in edited the clips. We edited it to the darker tone, which ideally fitted with the genre of horror, but was mainly used to darken the blood, making the trailer have a higher levels of verisimilitude. Using natural light was wise when making the film look realistic, and effective when the sun reflected through the trees, giving it a supernatural aspect which our film was about. But in less sheltered areas the sun was too bright and obscured the image, meaning that we had to darken some clips also. But the outcome, once edited, was impressive. Challenges to conform included the lack of high-tech equipment available, as the camera was not the most technically able, meaning it was difficult to get high-quality footage, which restricted our use of shots. Some issues included when zooming the volume was reduced, so we had to re-evaluate decisions. Our use of time management was an improvement from previous AS products, but was not the best. We were able to film within 1 day, but we could have distributed our time more effectively with more precise decisions, but actors' commitments restricted us.